Hey guys, it's Maya the doll, and we're back with another doll talk. Guys, it's episode 3. We're actually still going, and we're gonna keep going. Yay! Of course, I have to open us up in scripture. Look at my handy dandy Bible cover. It's so cute. I'm gonna actually read from an actual Bible instead of my phone. I'm trying to get into using my Bible more, y'all. My actual physical Bible. I use my Bible, just not my physical one. We're reading from James chapter 1 verses 19 and 20 NLT version. This Bible is the NLT version. And it says, "My dear brothers and sisters, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. Your anger can never make things right in God's sight." So today I wanted to talk about acting out of your emotions. And guys, I have some experience in acting out of your emotions. There have been several things that have happened that have blocked my own blessings because of me acting out of my emotions. I can think of like 2 major things that I have done of acting out of my emotions that have like drastically had some repercussions or drastically changed the direction of things. Like one of them was directly in the spiritual. Like nothing happened to me physically, but emotionally I was tore up, and it was a doozy. And honestly, I would say, y'all, that acting out of your emotions y'all, acting out of emotions is not, it seems like the way to go in that moment, but it is not. By the time you finish whatever reaction you done had, you calm down, you like, dang. I know me personally, one thing I'll say, like even past like direct things of direct emphasis, I'll say like when I used to be really angry and start arguing with people, like I realized at one point I can't argue with people because I hate the way I feel afterwards. Like I know if I get into an argument with somebody, I know I'll say like with my exes and relationships and things like that, or even with my family members, like I'll get into an argument with them and I'll get into an argument and I'll get angry, and I know that when I get angry I start spewing things. Like it's bad, like I hate it myself. I'll get to a point to where I know that I'm saying things because I want you to feel it, I want you to hurt. Like I'm not gonna put my hands on you, but I want you to feel what I'm gonna say. And this has happened multiple times. Like I've ruined friendships because of this. I'm gonna say I've only ruined one major friendship because of it, but it's still like that person still can't talk to me. Like, and I've even seen this person since, and they've like, you really hurt me, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like I'm so sorry. It's not funny. It's just I'm so sorry. In that moment, all I could think about is I need to get these words to you, and it's very frustrating because then afterwards it's like, dang, like I feel so ugly inside afterwards, and it's like I don't like feeling like that, and I don't really like hurting people's feelings, but like when you're in your emotions, like you're angry, you don't really see nothing past what I'm seeing right now. You hurt me, so I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna get at you, and it's very ugly. It's very hideous. I cannot stand it. That's why I kind of had to get to the point where I'm like, when I get angry, I kind of like, all right, y'all, like I'ma shut up because I don't want to say anything to hurt you because I love you, and I don't want to say something I'm going to regret later. And honestly, it has improved. It has saved a lot of my relationships, a lot of things, a lot of situations by me just shutting up and not saying anything in that moment, taking a moment to cool down. I don't think I have to expose myself completely, but there was this situation where God was telling me this one thing. God was telling me this thing, and it was working. I kind of talked about it in a previous video, but yeah, he was telling me about this thing, and I could see it was going away, and it was like, okay, cool, let's roll with this. Like I told you, like I said in the other video, like me and God was moving step and step. He would show me something, I would come back to him about it, and it would just keep going like that. He'll tell me the next thing, and then we'll just keep that cycle, and I was getting closer with God, and we were walking because I was going to him about every single little thing that I saw. And something happened, and it triggered my emotions. Like it made me angry. Something happened within, of course, the enemy threw his monkey wrench, and when it happened, like I didn't really see it as the enemy did this or whatever. I wasn't thinking. I just know in that moment when it happened, it really angered me. I was really upset, and the human side of me came out, and it wasn't even thinking like, hey, be still and know. The be still and know went completely out the window, guys. Like I don't know where it was at because it wasn't there. It wasn't here. But I do know. So I reacted and I did something out of my emotions because I got up there and I started. I think I didn't do anything in that moment, but also knowing that you can still react on your emotions later on. Like, it even in like, I think days had passed from the situation, maybe like a day or two, and I really was thinking about that thing, and I got really upset, and I did something, I reacted, and even still, like, part of my reaction could have been okay, but then like the next thing that I did, like I went too far. So it was like it shifted a lot of things, and again, it involved another person. So again, sometimes it's still human, you know, free will can still change things, of course, but I know that what I did caused a chain reaction, and it shifted a lot of things. But so yeah, but there was another recent example from last year was I was in a relationship, or I was in somewhat of a relationship, and not getting to technicalities, but me and this person got into a really bad argument over cheating. I didn't do it, but we got into a really bad argument, and I was so angry. Like, we were going back and forth. I remember I was cussing him out, and I think my parents had even called me. I'm on the phone, and I don't cuss in front of my parents. First of all, I'm trying to stop cussing in the first place, but I really don't cuss in front of my parents. So I'm on the phone cussing. My parents called me. I'm so far gone in my emotions that I'm over here cussing in front of my parents. Like, this is crazy. That's how bad it was. But then I got so angry, I kicked the Xbox. I kicked this man Xbox. And guess what I did? Broke my toe. Crazy. So as you can see, like, acting out of your emotions is so two thumbs down. It's just not. It's not fun at all. So it's like, you can really mess up things. I think God really showed me something. He was like, you didn't understand the last time. You didn't get it. All right, let me show you this right now. Let me show you something, since you want to be so big and bad with your emotions. He's like, let me show you. Like, now you need to clean it up. And so ever since then, I gotta learn. All right, let's chill. Let's chill. Thank God he healed my toe pretty fast, actually. But it definitely was, it caught my attention. I definitely caught the lesson. I got the lesson. Chill out. It really told me to chill out in that moment, but God reminded me that it's not, you can't have your emotions. The Bible says be angry but sin not. If you can be angry, you can have those emotions. It's about what you choose to do with those emotions that makes the difference. And what I chose to do with those emotions was the thing that really screwed me up. I hope that I can, like, let this be a lesson a little bit, so you don't have to go through that or go through something major. You might have already dealt with some things that have become from you dealing with your emotions or acting out your emotions, but I'm gonna tell you, it can get bad. So let's calm. I think that was a good enough example because it physically showed me something. It physically affected me, so it really shook me to be like, all right, let's not do that no more. So acting out of your emotions, it can really block your blessings. I learned my lesson. I would like to say I learned my lesson. I really hope I don't have to be shown any more lessons, but I also know me, and I know how bad I can get in my head, but God is working on me. It's about really trying to regulate those emotions, knowing that when you get up there, and then also knowing that it's not going to be, you can still act out on your emotions about something that happened a year ago or something. It's when you get to thinking about that thing and you realize you're starting to get angry again. If you start getting angry again in that moment while you're thinking about something that happened, chill out. Just chill out, you know, let's cool down. We'll come back to it. Don't make no decisions. It reminds me of something that I've been talking to my sister. We've been talking lately about, you know, how we're not supposed to do anything. God doesn't really get anything to us when we're like high in our emotions like that, or being exhausted, being tired, or something like drained or things like that. It's really hard to try to get anything from God in that moment. You can't really hear God in those moments when you're like high on your emotions. If you can, great, but it's very hard to, because then you start hearing what you want to hear. You start hearing everything gets kind of blocked out. You get this tunnel vision on how you're feeling, and it's not good, because if you like focus on that, then you start making the wrong decisions and I'm talking about me, guys. I'm talking about me. I know I have made some dumb decisions, and those are my two major examples that I have, but I know there have been other things that are smaller. They're not something that I remember that much because I didn't have a bad as bad a consequence from those as those other ones. I hope this can like remind you to breathe when things happen and not make any decisions, or you know, choosing to do things when your emotions are high or anything, because it's just, you might come down and you might regret what you did, you might feel some type of way, and you know what, some of you might be like, I stood on that, but God might make you stand on that in other ways, so be careful. And then you gotta live with the embarrassment of the consequences. Like, I know I was embarrassed. So I'm coming down from the high. Like, I kicked it, I'm angry, I'm yelling, my adrenaline's pumping, I kicked the Xbox, I bleed and all that stuff. And then as like I'm coming down, I'm like, yo, my foot really hurts. Like, this hurts super bad. I'm out of the car and I cannot walk. And it's like, dang. So I get to the hospital, and then the embarrassing part is having to tell them how. They're like, how did this happen? What happened? And I'm like, I kicked an Xbox. Now you seem like the angry person. You seem like the crazy person. No matter what the other person did, you seem like the crazy person. I know they was like, this girl is insane. Like, she's crazy. And it's like, I don't want to be seen as crazy. Like, you know? So, you know, just breathe before you do things. You might need some more breaths than normal. Don't make any decisions if you still feel like angry. I just hope this helps y'all to, like, you know, not act out on your emotions, because your girl know it's just not fun. It's not fun. I felt so bad afterwards. Not only that I wasn't physically in pain afterwards, but then I just like, dang, that wasn't very Christianly of me to react like that. While I could have said, yeah, I was valid in being angry, but the reaction was the problem. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in another week with me. Let's tune in again next week. Let's do it. Let's continue this. I hope this family continues to grow. I love you guys, and stay encouraged. Love y'all.